Growing up in the Memphis area and listening to J.M. Van Eaton and W.S. Holland and all the people that came up and played in Memphis, I've heard stories that J.M. Van Eaton had a cigar box taped to the snare drum, and that's the sound that you hear on Whole Lotta Shakin', the way he played with Jerry Lee. Al Jackson with Booker T and the MGs, I always thought that Al's backbeat was always like a rim shot. And it seemed that way when I listened to Clifton James from Chicago and some of the Chicago players. It seemed to be a sweeter spot as opposed to hitting your backbeat in what is known as, we'll call, the sweet spot in the snare, which is in the middle. You get that. If you can hit a rim shot, you get that. And from what I could hear over the radio and over records, it always sounded like Al Jackson and Clifton James and all these great drummers that I listened to. It seemed to me that they were always carrying the backbeat with a rim shot. Their fills would be into the middle of the drum, and that didn't exclude a rim shot accent. But the backbeat, which is this, that always sounded to me like it was a full-bore rim shot backbeat. So I've just grown up that way, and that's what sounds right to me. That's the Memphis style, for lack of a better term. That's without the rim shot. That's regular. Here's with the rim shot. Without. And with. Without. And with. So the reason deep down that I always liked it was it had more stick, it had more skin, and it was just louder and seemed to hit deeper by doing the rim shot backbeat. So I miss a lot of them, but the ones I hit always sound right to me.